I'm 30. I think this is the first time I've said that and smiled about it all week. It took a lot to get me in this chair today. It took a lot. It's really surreal. I feel crazy right now because I'm like talking to myself. You know what? The camera is y'all. Y'all is the camera. Hello, y'all. I'm HB from KC. And I'm freaking the fuck out. If you're watching this, today is September 18th, 2020. And today, 30 years ago, all of this caramel / milk chocolate, depending on the weather, lusciousness you see in front of you has turned 30. And you know, it's crazy because like being on Twitter, people will have you discouraged for like feeling. It's okay for me to feel. Yeah, you turned 30 and it was a fucking breeze. I'm from the projects. I wasn't supposed to make it here, okay? I was multiple stereotypes. Have a baby before 20, check. Be broke, check. Not make it to 30, and bitch, I proved somebody wrong. So, the fuck? Let people feel things. I'm feeling things today. It's a surreal experience. Like, I've never done this before. And granted, you don't really have a choice because it's gonna come either way, but ain't nobody thinking about that when it happened, bitch. Like, the fuck? I really am just mainly in shock. I have a lot of fears. I definitely can be transparent and say I feel like I wasted a lot of my 20s on just dumb shit, fuck people, fuck niggas, fuck instances, fuck experiences, fuck activities, all of the fucks. I didn't spend my time wisely in some areas, and I've been in this place of reflecting. Like, to be honest with you, Monday and Tuesday, I was in the bed. The bitch was depressed. This smile, this shower you see, these clothes, this brassiere, none of that was happening on Monday and Tuesday. I was in bed. I was over it all. I don't know, something just shook me out of it yesterday. I think needing to record, I'm behind, so I gotta play catch up, and that's something else I'm realizing about my 30s. I don't have time to play catch up. I feel like I was 19 the other day. That means my son is 11. The time I spent on the fuck shit, the fuck activities, the fuck people, the fuck instances, the fuck experience, I don't have that no more. That's one of the main realizations is like, I really don't have time for it. And that's not to say like, oh, I'm getting old. No, genuinely, like the past 10 years of my life felt like blink. It felt like blink, and it's far from blink. It's more than blink. It's 10 years. I have a lot of experiences and memories that I don't want to have those memories again. I don't want to look back at 40 and be like, damn, I wasted my 30s. So now it's like grind time. The main thing, I don't give a fuck what people think for real. It's been a long time coming. I can't carry that into 30. I gotta stop giving a fuck. And a friend of mine on Twitter today was like,
not only do you stop giving a fuck in your 30s, you also stop feeling bad for not caring.
Let that sit. The not giving a fuck, like for me, it faded probably about 26, 27 when I first moved to Atlanta. So I will say it took some time for me to get to this point, but at the same time, it kind of didn't. It felt like it kind of happened overnight. Twitter will definitely help you there. Twitter will help you stop giving a fuck because people are mean. Like earlier today, I asked for encouragement on Twitter because I'm turning 30, and motherfuckers was like, well, if you turning 30, and you not worried about, you know, being appreciative of your 20s, 30 ain't gonna be no different. You waiting for it to be lit. What did you do with your 20s? Bitch, be depressed? The fuck? What you think I did? 30 is here though. So on to a new journey, on to more lessons. So he could do like a 30 for 30 just off of like the strength of the shit I've learned in my 20s. I smell a new vlog post. So the top 30 things that I've learned in my life, because I want to bless somebody. I need a 17, 18, 19-year-old to watch this and be blessed. I've already like felt the give a fuck leaving slowly but surely. I'm not caring about things or people or instances or engagements as much. I used to have this thing where I would not ignore my mentions. Like if somebody said something to me, I would say something back, no matter if it was like, please, thank you, a clap back, anything. I would say just whatever back. Now, I believe in people where they are. And it's not to sit there and flaunt or stunt or anything, because people leave me where I'm at. I tweet people all the time and they don't tweet me back. So I'm learning you don't have to just be good to people. You can protect yourself before you protect them. That's always been very hard for me. And I want to attribute some of that to predominantly growing up in the church. And that's not in a negative way, but I was around goodness like my whole life growing up. Imagine you born in the church, raised in the church, you leave at 17, 18, 19 and go to college, and you run into the meanest people in the world. And it's like, why are you being disrespectful? Why are you being rude? You know, you start to think that way. But realistically speaking, don't nobody got to be nice to you. On the other side of that, though, you don't have to be nice to anybody either. Now, that doesn't say like I'm just going to be some brute bitch all the time, which I can be. No, I'm just at a place where disrespect is now being met, not necessarily with disrespect, because I don't enjoy disrespecting people. That's not who I am. It's at least met with a certain command of my respect. It used to be, you say something out of line, I either jump real stupid or I completely let it go, because I know if I don't let it go, I'm gonna jump stupid. These past few months, I've been able to find a nice medium. So it's like I'm not defending myself, but I'm also not jumping stupid and going to jail. You see what I'm saying? I'm finding that nice little niche where it's like I can use my words to get back at you to where it doesn't spark some fight or aggressive whatever. I'm also learning, and I've also learned that a lot of times people, let me not say a lot of, because people be knowing. There are certain instances where the person that you're talking to doesn't even realize they disrespected you and you just flashbang. Gain clarity. Did you just say, or am I understanding, or is this what you mean, or XYZ, and asking those questions? That will help you a lot, especially when you're trying to work up. Like being a screenwriter, being a comedian. There are times and experiences, even in the past, like 2 to 3 years of me just having the simple career I have, I've ran into instances where I felt disrespected and I couldn't lash out because I'm at a show, or, you know what I mean? I'm trying to handle some business for a script or whatever the case may be. But on the other side of that, I'm not your bitch. So I'm going to read you corporately. I've learned how to read corporately, and I think it's beautiful. To whom it may concern, please, review my last email per my last email. As I previously stated, I love me a good corporate snatch. Ooh, I love me a good corporate snatch. And a lot of times I'm realizing if you just put the expectation on the other person and let them see how their failures, hey, my God, induced yours, it helps. And that's in interpersonal relationships. That's in all kind of relationships. And I know it may sound like manipulative, but it's not. It genuinely is. Instead of saying, bitch, you got me fucked up, I'm instead saying, per my last email. Letting them know in a, I hate to say nice, nasty, but that really low key can be what it is. That's the society and the world we live in. You can't just go around lashing out at people. You will go to jail. I look 12. I'm not going to jail. I can't go to jail. Do you see these? I can't go to jail. Hell no. I'm really proud of myself. I've seen a lot of growth within myself. I am clinging on to that because I can't lie. I'm petrified. I'm absolutely petrified. I have no clue what's ahead. It's funny. I put it on Twitter earlier and I was asking them, hey, I need some encouragement. 30's plus Twitter. Tell me how y'all feel about being 30. And most of the replies were actually really sweet. They were really encouraging. There was them few, per usual, because it's Twitter. There were quite a few that really encouraged me. And I want to say thank you to those guys. They were really helpful, letting me know that I'm not alone. Other people out there are afraid of new decades. People are 39 and turning 40 tomorrow. Just because I put it out there doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Other people aren't experiencing it. Like, let people feel things. It's okay to feel. See this? This is skin. This is a face. This is a chest. This is an arm. I'm a human. I have neurons and shit going around up here. It's okay for me to be afraid of being 30. Granted, the shit coming whether I want it or not, but the least I can do is just find some kind of like consolation and cope with it. I have to cope with it. I will say I'm grateful that I don't want to say I don't look 30, but I don't. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? Is that conceited? And it's not to say like, oh, I'm the baddest bitch, but like, I just have a young looking ass face. I'm 30. I think this is the first time I've said that and smiled about it all week. It's not like a, well, now what? It's more like a, let's see what happens now. I mean, from what folks is telling me, it can only go up from here. I made it to 30. God has been good, and I'm thankful.